ikaw ay nahihirapan, alam mo na kung sinong lalapitan. Zero korupsyon at kahirapan, yan ang pinaglalaban. Kimulo na kami, sigurado na natin kami. Kimulo na sa Senado, iboto na natin. Kimulo na sa Senado, iboto na natin. Kimulo na sa Senado, iboto na natin.
Ayan, isang magandang araw sa ating lahat mga kababayan, mga kasulit ka-DDS. Maligayang pagbabalik sa ating channel. Mayroon po ngayong matinding nangyayari sa Amerika. Ang Rigodon, ano ba ito mga kababayan? Panoorin po muna natin itong video na ito, kapapasok lang. Matindi po itong reaction natin ngayon. Pasok!
Do you have any evidence of election fraud or irregularities in the 2020 election?
So, First Senator.
Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
First Senator.
Do you have evidence, yes or no?
First Senator.
When we met yesterday,
You pointed your finger at me and
you
said
did not
you were
seem to be
speaking.
familiar
Let me answer
with
my question.
the
I'm not going to be
citizenship
bullied by you,
clause, the
Senator
14th
Padilla.
Amendment.
I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. Senator, no one has
Based on what
asked
you
me
know.
to investigate Liz Cheney. That is a
The president has
hypothetical.
called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you?
No one has asked me to investigate
But the president
Liz.
has
We're
called-
also
the
worried about
president-
Liz Cheney,
the
Senator.
president has
You know what
called
we
for
should
this-
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
The
please
crime rate
answer
in
my
California
questions.
right now
You
is
are
through
aware,
the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your robberies are 87%
my
higher
question-
than the national
my question
average.
is this.
That's what I
My
want to be
question is
focused
this.
on, Senator.
Do you have the
if
power
I'm
to
confirmed
say
as
no to the
Attorney
president?
General. Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I
No,
won't
I'm just
do it.
asking you a simple
I
question.
won't play
If you can
politics
speak truth
with any
to
ongoing
power. So let me ask you
investigation,
another
like you did
let me-
leaking your
let me ask
colleague
you
Devin Nunes's
if-
memo.
if-
Grabe mga kababayan, kinikilabutan po tayo. Ang sagot po rito ni Miss Pam Bondi, I'm not going to bullied by you. Grabe no? Clashes with Dim Senators, Chief in Padilla. Agoy mga kababayan, ganito pala ang bakbakan po dyan. Oo, dyan nga po sa Senado ng Amerika. Ito po ang ating pag-uusapan ngayon sapagkat konektado po ito kay Pastor Kibuloy. Mukhang nagkakaroon po ng rigodon, mukhang nagkakaroon po ng matinding balitaktakan ngayon yun sa Amerika. Mga kababayan, kapapasok lang po nitong balitang ito kung kaya't dapat po natin itong i-share at pag-uusapan po natin kung ano po ba ang tinatalakay nila rito sapagkat mukhang mga kababayan, ito po ang susi. Mukhang ito po ang dahil ito po ay yung buod ng mga pangyayari. Tatalakayin po dito. Kung kaya't kung ngayon ka lang po nakabisita sa aking channel, ay inayayahan po kita na mag-like at mag-subscribe at pakishare na rin po kung inyong mamarapating kabayan. Naku, napakaganda po nitong ating pag-uusapan ngayon. Yung babae po na yan, siya po ay magiging Solicitor General kumbaga sa ating bansa pa. Attorney General po siya sa Amerika kung kukumpirma. Panoorin po natin kung paano po ang kanilang tinalakay at paano po siya rito sumagot. At mukhang papabor na po. At mukhang ito na po kaya, no? Hindi na po kasi natin pwedeng talakayan ng kaso ni Pastor Apollo Kibuloy, no? Pero mukhang dito sa puntong ito, tumutugma po ang kanila pong pinag-uusapan sa nangyayari po dito sa QOJC. At yung nangyari po dyan, 4 years ago, dyan nga po sa paglusob at pag-raid po ng mga NBI sa kay Pastor Kibuloy. Mukhang tumutugma po ang mga kwento. Ito po noong araw mga kababayan, parang pinagtatawanan po kami no, ng iba't ibang mga vloggers dahil mayroon pong mga kinikwento po si Pastor sa amin tungkol po sa naganap at nangyayari po dyan sa kanila sa Amerika. Huwag na po natin patatagalin pa. Ito na po, panoorin po natin ang buong video mga kababayan at magugulat po kayo kung paano po ang nangyari dito sa Amerika. Paki-like and share po paki-like and share.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Bondi, welcome. Congratulations on your nomination. I'm so glad that you've been nominated, as we discussed when we had the chance to meet.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to work with you as a State Attorney General for a number of years, and I'm delighted to see you here today before the committee. I look forward to your confirmation. You will be confirmed. I, too, have taken note of the number of times you have been asked about weaponization of the Department of Justice as if it was a theoretical possibility that might happen in the future. One of my colleagues on the other side said, weaponization may well occur under your tenure. We all know that weaponization has occurred like we've never seen before in American history under this administration. And I want to get even more specific. In the last 4 years, this administration has carried out an unprecedented attack and campaign against people of faith. If you look at the numbers, we've never seen anything like it before in American history. It has been one of the most disgraceful chapters in the history of the Justice Department and in the history of the FBI. And I hope that you will reverse this and do right by every American citizen, including especially people of faith. Let me give you some specifics. After the Dobbs case was decided by the Supreme Court, over 100 pregnancy care centers and over 300 churches in this country were attacked, vandalized, firebombed. Do you happen to know off the top of your head how many prosecutions Merrick Garland's Justice Department brought in those cases?
I do not, Senator.
It's a stunning number. It's 2. Hundreds of churches, hundreds of pregnancy care centers. And I might just add, these pregnancy care centers, the attacks on them, which were violent, which were gruesome, were egged on and encouraged by rhetoric from members of Congress, including members of this body, who have said that pregnancy care centers aren't real medicine, that they're not real doctors. They have legitimized these attacks. And the same thing was true of churches. And this Justice Department couldn't lift a finger to defend these Americans. But at the same time, they used legislation, a law known as the FACE Act, to prosecute at least 53 different pro-life demonstrators, including people like Mark Houck from Pennsylvania, to whom this Justice Department sent a SWAT team to his door in the early morning hours. He has, I think, 7 children. In the early morning hours, an FBI SWAT team shows up at his door to take him into custody and prosecute him. By the way, he was acquitted.
Nababanggit po dito mga kababayan yung churches. 100 churches, 300 churches. Panoorin po natin. Meron po tayo kasi napanood dito na balita ng UNTV. Ito po ay posted 4 years ago. Ito kaya yun, isa kaya ito mga kababayan doon? Panoorin natin.
Nilusog ng Federal Bureau of Investigation o FBI ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ Church o KOJC ni Apollo Quiboloy sa Los Angeles chapter kahapon ng umaga kaugnay sa reklamong human trafficking. Naaresto ng mga otoridad sa operasyon ng 2 local church leaders ng grupo na kinilalang sina Gia Kapaktulan, 59 years old at Marisa Duenas, 41 years old. Ang 2 suspect ay sinasabing mga top administrator na naturang grupo at may direktang komunikasyon sa leader ng samahan na si Apollo Quiboloy na nakabase sa Pilipinas. Bukod sa 2, arestado rin ang isa pa nilang kasamahan na si Amanda Estopare, 48 years old na nasa Virginia, USA.
Ayan mga kababayan ha. Yan po ay nangyari 4 years ago. Ito po ang sinasabi malamang, isa po yan sa mga sinasabi dito ni attorney or ni Senator Hawley. Siningit ko lang po mga kababayan yon at itutuloy-tuloy na po natin ito panuorin. Kasi nakikita po natin, tumutugma po ito na ito daw po ay hindi katanggap-tanggap no, na pangyayari. Yung panahon na yan yung tinutukoy niya, yung panahon ni Biden, mga kababayan, mukhang tumutugma. Sige, tuloy natin ha. Dire-diretso na po tayo.
Occur under your tenure. We all know that weaponization has occurred like we've never seen before in American history under this administration. And I want to get even more specific. In the last 4 years, this administration has carried out an unprecedented attack and campaign against people of faith.
Diba? Last 4 years.
If you look at the numbers, we've never seen anything like it before in American history. It has been one of the most disgraceful chapters in the history of the Justice Department and in the history of the FBI. And I hope that you will reverse this and do right by every American citizen, including especially people of faith. Let me give you some specifics. After
Disgraceful at saka I hope you will reverse this. Yan ang mga tandaan yung mga words.
the Dobbs case was decided by the Supreme Court, over 100 pregnancy care centers and over 300 churches in this country were attacked, vandalized, firebombed. Do you happen to know off the top of your head how many prosecutions Merrick Garland's Justice Department brought in those cases?
I do not, Senator.
It's a stunning number. It's 2. Hundreds of churches, hundreds of pregnancy care centers. And I might just add, these pregnancy care centers, the attacks on them, which were violent, which were gruesome, were egged on and encouraged by rhetoric from members of Congress, including members of this body, who have said that pregnancy care centers aren't real medicine, that they're not real doctors. They have legitimized these attacks. And the same thing was true of churches. And this Justice Department couldn't lift a finger to defend these Americans, but at the same time, they used legislation, a law known as the FACE Act, to prosecute at least 53 different pro-life demonstrators,
Hawig dito sa atin, mga kababayan, ano?
including people like Mark Houck from Pennsylvania, to whom this Justice Department sent a SWAT team to his door in the early morning hours. He has, I think, 7 children. In the early morning hours, an FBI SWAT team shows up at his door to take him into custody.
FBI SWAT team. Sa atin naman dito, ano ito mga kababayan? Panoorin nyo ito nga. Ayan o, ano ito? Di ba mga SWAT din yan na lumusob? Mga bata din o nakaharap o. Ayan o, naipit pa yung isang bata o. O. Ayan o. O, di ba mga kababayan?
And prosecute him. By the way, he was acquitted. This kind of outrageous, disparate treatment has to end. So here's my question to you. Will you protect churches and pregnancy care centers when they are targeted for violence, when they are targeted for intimidation, when their members or parishioners are threatened with violence or other acts of illegal behavior?
Yes, Senator.
Will you
Yun, yes, Senator. Palakpakan natin, mga kababayan. Palakpakan natin yan. Yes, Senator. Papatigil niya yon.
stop the disparate treatment of Americans on the basis of religious faith?
Yes, Senator.
Will you
Yun. Will you stop in the religious faith? Palakpak din. Palakpak natin. Ito na mga kababayan.
stop the deliberate persecution of pro-life Americans for nothing more than their pro-life beliefs?
Yes, Senator.
Will you ensure that nothing like the Mark Houck case happens again, that Americans do not have SWAT teams arriving on their front doors with armed weapons to terrorize their children and their spouses, only in the end, of course, to have the case lost because there was nothing to it? Will you put an end to that kind of deliberate intimidation of the good American citizens on the basis of their religious beliefs?
Yes, Senator.
I'm glad to hear you say that because we need it. We need it. Ms. Bondi, we need a new chapter at the Justice Department, and we need it quickly. And I'm glad you're committed to it. Now, I also have heard you've been asked about your comment that you thought that in some cases we need to investigate the investigators, the ones who were bad. You know, I have to say, I'm glad to hear you stand by that. We need to do that. You need to do that. And I'll give you another example. I'm sure you've read about this memo, which I now hold in my hands. This memo that was developed by the FBI field office in Richmond, Virginia, 23rd January 2023, targeting Catholic parishes for spying, for recruitment of infiltrators. I mean, the memo goes on and on and on about the FBI's plans to put assets into Catholic parishes, into choirs. This is an unbelievable assault on Americans' First Amendment rights, and we only know of it because of a brave whistleblower who came forward and released it to us. And I will tell you, I have never been misled and lied to like I was by the current Attorney General and the now former FBI Director when they sat right where you're sitting now and told this committee, oh, we don't know anything about it. Oh, only one field office was involved. It was the single work of a single field office and a very few individuals. As it turns out, that's not true. Multiple field offices were involved. Multiple individuals were involved. Under your leadership, will you put a stop to the use of FBI or Department of Justice resources to try and recruit informants and spies into Christian churches or any church or house of worship in this country on the basis of nothing more than faith?
Of course, Senator.
Let me just say this. To our knowledge, no one who was involved in the writing and performance, execution of this memo has been disciplined or fired. Will you conduct an investigation like you talked about, Ms. Bondi, that will get to the bottom of abuses like this? And to be clear, this is an outrageous abuse. It is an outrageous abuse. one of the worst abuses of Department of Justice and FBI authority in our history. Will you conduct an investigation to find out who signed off on this, who approved it, who advocated for it within the Department of Justice? Will you open the books on these abuses so that the American people can have confidence in their DOJ?
Senator, and I think what you're talking about is the ultimate weaponization, what we've been discussing all day. If I am confirmed as Attorney General, one of the first things I will do, there'll be many, but I will personally read that memo, and if Mr. Patel is confirmed, discuss it with him right away.
Fantastic.
Wow, mga kababayan, nangangako siya pag nakonfirma siya, gagawin niyang lahat, no? Palakpakan natin yan. Yan, palakpakan natin, mga kababayan. Ganito dapat, no? Ganito dapat ang ating mga nanunungkulan sa gobyerno. Dire-diretso talaga rin sinasabi ng ano, no? Walang nagagawa yung DOJ, yung FBI. This time sa atin, ang counterpart nito, DOJ rin, at saka yung NBI din sa atin. Mapapansin niyo mga kababayan, di ba nagsama-sama na lang sila ngayon? Ginigipit nila halos yung mga tao na nagsasalita against them na nangangatwiran lang naman, di ba?
And will you work with this committee and our relevant subcommittees? I'm going to chair a subcommittee called the Crime and Terrorism Committee. We're going to do our own investigation into what happened here at the FBI and the DOJ. Will you work with us as you discover the nature of these abuses, and as you put a stop to them, will you work with us to make sure the American people get all the facts and this never happens again?
And Senator, yes, I look forward to working with you and the Democrats. I would think this is something that we can all agree on both sides, that this should not be happening in the United States of America, and work together on it.
That's fantastic. Let me ask you,
Palakpakan natin mga kababayan, talagang hindi napapayagan yung mga panggigipit sa mga religious organizations, no? Siyempre naman na nangyari yan, di ba? Gipit na gipit si pastor diyan sa Amerika nung panahon ni Biden Ito ngayon, yari na ngayon mga kababayan. Tuloy.
one other question here in my just few seconds that are remaining. This memo targeting Catholic parishes repeatedly refers to as an expert source a group called the Southern Poverty Law Center. Now, the Southern Poverty Law Center has a long history as an anti-religious group that has repeatedly gone after conservative and religious organizations, called them hate groups, called them sometimes terrorist.
Anti-religion. Grabe, called as him as terrorist. Parang sa atin din mga kababayan, kaping-kapi, no? Tingnan mo nga, pakinggan niya nga ito ulit.
Called the Southern Poverty Law Center. Now, the Southern Poverty Law Center has a long history as an anti-religious group that has
Anti-religious group.
repeatedly gone after conservative and religious organizations, called them hate groups, called them sometimes terrorist groups.
Even sometimes terrorist groups. Grabe,
They're cited in this memo. They once infamously, the SPLC called the Family Research Council a terrorist hate group, and an armed gunman came into their lobby and opened fire. Will you put a stop to the use of the SPLC as an official source for any Department of Justice memorandum or finding?
That will be one of the first things we will look at as well, Senator, and report back to you and the committee.
Thank you very much.
Wow, palakpakan natin mga kababayan. Ang galing-galing ang husay nito ni Miss Bandy. Yan talaga. Palakpak tayo. I-stop niya yung mga anti-religious organization na yan. Minsan tinatawag pa silang terrorist. Ang lupit, no?
Very much. Congratulations. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Chairman. I'm sitting here in the chairman's seat, General Bondi. It's a great feeling of power.
Do you have documents you want me to review?
Maybe some things I'd like you to sign. Let me just ask you here, and I think I may be your last interlocutor for the day, so congratulations. You've just done fantastic. Thank you for answering all of our questions. Let me just ask you about another of the abuses that this past administration perpetrated and that is still in place. And I'm referring to the October 2021 memo from Attorney General Garland targeting parents at school board meetings. Do you remember this?
Yes, Senator.
What happened was, as I'm sure you recall, we now know the Biden administration, the White House, the Secretary of Education solicited a letter from the National School Board Association. They ginned it up. It was fake from beginning to end. They ginned it up, calling for law enforcement scrutiny against parents tax-paying parents who are going to school board meetings, inquiring what their children were being taught, inquiring about face masks, critical race theory, and Attorney General Garland, you talk about bowing to political pressure. When the White House demanded he activate the FBI against these parents, amazingly, unbelievably, he did it. And he issued this memorandum in October of 2021. All of this time later, that memorandum has still never been formally rescinded. Even after the National School Board Association withdrew their letter, admitted they had been wrong to call parents potential domestic terrorists who were merely raising questions about what their children were being taught, Garland never apologized for it. He never did anything about it. It is still in effect. Here's my question for you. As Attorney General, if and when you are confirmed, will you finally rescind that memorandum and do right on behalf of all of these parents who have been wrongly, unjustly targeted by the FBI and DOJ?
Senator, I have not yet read the memo. If I am confirmed, I will read the memo and I will do the right thing, just like I told senators on both sides of the aisle regarding their issues.
Good. I look forward to you doing that, and I would hope this is something you could do on the first day after you're confirmed, to send a message to parents and law-abiding citizens everywhere. This shouldn't be a partisan issue. I bet the parents who went to these meetings, they're Republicans, they're Democrats, they have no partisanship, but they want to know that their First Amendment rights will be protected. And you rescinding that memo formally after, frankly, the current Attorney General lied to us about it for years would send a tremendous message. Let me just ask you about the one other thing, and this is something near and dear to me. We talked about this when you came to my office. The Department of Justice administers a fund called the Radiation Exposure Compensation Fund. This is a fund that helps pay for the health care bills of Americans who have been exposed to nuclear radiation by the government through no fault of their own. In the West and other parts of the country, the Department of Justice has administered that program for years. Senator Orrin Hatch actually wrote the initial bill. It has been in existence since 1990. It's been supported by senators from both parties. It's extremely important to my state because the state of Missouri, we have a lot of nuclear radiation that has occurred, that's still in our groundwater, still in our soil, not cleaned up yet. My question for you is, since you'll be in charge of administering it, will you administer that program fairly and equitably? Will you defend it? Will you make sure that radiation victims who are under the statute entitled to compensation from their government get what they deserve?
Senator, I was speaking about that with someone yesterday because I did not know, again, there's going to be a lot, if I am confirmed, that I don't know. That's why it's so important to keep an open dialogue with every senator from every state. And yes, I am committed to looking at that. And I did not realize you had that horrific problem in your state.
Thank you very much. Thank you for answering our questions. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back my time.
Wow, galing-galing mga kababayan. Ito pa. Ito pala mga kababayan, itong si Pam Bondi, no? Yung magiging parang Attorney General or Solicitor General ng ating bansa or sa Amerika. Grabe, ang lupit mga kababayan. Pakinggan po ninyo siya ha. Pakinggan po ninyo siya. Ito po yung kanyang balitaktakan dito po sa isang senador.
Do you have any evidence of election fraud or irregularities in the 2020 election?
So, first, Senator.
Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
First, Senator.
Do you have evidence, yes or no?
First, Senator.
When we met yesterday,
You pointed your finger at me and
you
said
did not
you were
seem to be
speaking.
familiar
Let me answer
with
my question.
the
I'm not going to be
citizenship
bullied by you,
clause, the
Senator
14th
Padilla.
Amendment.
I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. Senator, no one
Based
has
on what
asked
you
me
know.
to investigate Liz Cheney. That is a hypothetical.
President has called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you?
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president
Liz.
has
We're
called-
also
the
worried about
president-
Liz Cheney,
the
Senator.
president has
You know what
called
we
for
should
this-
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi,
The
please
crime rate
answer
in
my questions.
California right now
You
is
are
through
aware,
the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
Your robberies are 87%
my
higher
question-
than the national
my question
average.
is this.
That's what I
My
want to
question
be
is this.
focused on,
Do
Senator.
you have the
If I'm
power to
confirmed
say
as
no to the
Attorney
president?
General. Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I
No,
won't
I'm just
do it.
asking you a simple
I
question.
won't play
If you can
politics
speak truth
with any
to
ongoing
power. So let me ask you
investigation,
another
like you did
let me-
leaking your
let me ask
colleague
you
Devin Nunes's
if-
memo.
if
Ang tindi mga kababayan, I'm not going to be bullied by you. Sabi ni Pam Bondi. Talaga naman ganito katapang pala itong Attorney General ng Amerika na it so happened, parang sa atin dito ay Solicitor General na hindi naman mabanggit-banggit ni BBM na sinasabi ni BBM, ano? Ay, Solgen! Ano, saan na ba yun? May bidyong ganun mga kababayan. Ito,
Solgen, sir. Sinong Solgen mo?
Sorry?
Solicitor General.
Sa?
Solgen. OSG.
Which one?
Solicitor General, sir.
Social welfare.
social welfare daw.
Welfare. Huh? Ah, Solgen.
Solgen, mga kababayan. Agoy. Sana magkaroon tayo ng Solgen na ganito, no? Na hindi ganito sa sinasabi ni BBM na hindi niya mabanggit. Sana yung Solgen natin, ito mga kababayan, ang matapang na Solgen ng Amerika ngayon na talaga naman, no? I'm not going to be bullied by you. Ang tindi, mga kababayan. So ayan na, ano? Ito po ang kapapasok lang na balita. Diyan nga po nanggaling sa Amerika. Mukhang sa puntong ito, makakalaya na si Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy. Hindi po natin pinapangunahan. Disclaimer hindi po natin pinapangunahan. But nauna na nga po mga kababayan, ang Amerika noon, nagpalabas na po sila, no, na yung mga nandoon na mga kaso ni Pastor Kibuloy ay mga na-dismiss na po doon sa Amerika. So ito, malamang masisilyuhan na po dito mga kababayan. At magkakaroon nga po sila ng isang matapang na Attorney General at nangangako po itong i-reverse po ang lahat, including po yung mga ginawa, no, na panghaharas at weaponizing dyan ng mga FBI, dyan nga po, no, sa mga churches, including ang churches or yung church ni Pastor Apollo Sikibuloy. Disclaimer again mga kababayan, hindi po ako member ng KOJC. Nakafocus lang po tayo sa issue dito. Hindi ko po sila pinagtatanggol dahil ako ay membro nila. Kundi nagtatanggol lang po tayo kung sino po at ano po ang katotohanan. Bilang isang freelance vlogger ay wala po tayong kinikilingan, pawang mga ebidensya at dapat katotohanan lamang na naaayon sa saligang batas. Kung ano po ang inyong komentaryo dito at ano po ang inyong ano po ang inyong masasabi sa videong ito mga kababayan, huwag po kayong mahihiya. I-comment niyo po diyan sa baba sa comment section at tayo po ay pag-uusapan natin 'yan. Maraming salamat. Ito muli si Bimar Channel, pansamantalang magpapaalam at syempre pa, huwag niyo pong kalimutan ang mag-subscribe at iboto po natin si Pastor Kibuloy pagka-senador. Bimar Channel, pansamantalang magpapaalam, Pilipinas, as always, God first. Bye-bye!